If you ask, who are you? If Devi asked, who are you? He would have delivered Shiva Purana. But she is so intelligent. She asked, what is your reality? That is why the Shiva Sutras came out. Shiva Sutras came out. She is hitting in a right point. See, throughout the body of the cow, the milk is available. But only through the udder, you can get the milk. If you start massaging the arm, or the ears, or the mouth, what will you get? Only saliva. Only when you massage the udder, you get the milk. You are supposed to touch the right point. You are supposed to ask the right question, or you are supposed to raise the right doubt to get cleared. She asked beautifully, what is your reality? Next question. What is this wonder-filled universe? This question shows the mentality of Devi. If we are supposed to ask, we would have asked, what is this universe? Never, what is this wonder-filled universe? She is asking, what is this wonder-filled universe? Means what? She is living with a childlike innocence. For children, for kids, universe is wonder-filled. Because they don't have logic. They don't think this is the same chair which was there, which was here yesterday. They don't think this is the same room in which they sat yesterday. They don't think this is the same sun which they saw yesterday. They know the truth. Sun is new. This room is new. This chair is new. I am also new. You are also new. Continuously you are changing. Continuously you are getting updated. Continuously you are moving. Some Western philosopher says, you can't step into the same river twice. Why? The moment you put the second step, water will? I tell you, you can't even step into any river even once. Because the moment you put your feet, the moment your feet reaches the ground, water has already moved. By the time you touch the water level by the time you travel from the water level to the ground level, already the water has moved. You can't even put your feet once in a river. Where is the question of twice? You can't put even once. Continuously the existence is changing. If you trust existence changes and you also change, you can never get settled with your ego, which is a rigid mechanism. Only a person who is egoless can trust the universe is changing and you are changing. The person who is established in ego can never understand the universe is changing and you are changing. The man who sells his time will never be able to understand the universe is changing because he will be caught in a routine. Not being caught in a routine is a basic discipline for enlightenment. If you are in a routine, you become so unaware, you stop believing, you stop realizing that existence is changing, your life is changing, and you are also changing. I have seen some government servants working for 30 years in the same office, will not even move their table from one place to other place. And they forget that their table can be moved. And they really forget their table can be moved. And that building does not have their table as an inbuilt system.
It's not an anchor.
It is not an anchor. They forget that their table is movable. By and by they start believing their table is immovable. Even in your house, don't live with the same kind of arrangement. Once in 2-3 months, change it. Once in 2-3 months, create a little bit of chaos. No, you will feel that you are living in a new house. Otherwise, you will become dead. Otherwise, you will become so dead. I have seen people, they will be having 10 rooms. Because of their habit, they wouldn't have gone to the other 8 rooms even for 3-4 months in their own house. You wouldn't have traveled to the end of your extreme of end of your garden for last 2 years. Remember, in your own house, you wouldn't have gone to the corner of your compound wall. Have you been any time? At least for last 2-3 years you wouldn't have gone. You have a track. From car you get down, the track, go to your kitchen or to the bedroom, come back, go to the car. You will live on track. Mind feels comfortable if it has got a definite system. If it has got a definite system. If I would have created a definite system, I'll have thousands and thousands of idiotic disciples. People ask me, Swamiji, why this worship and ritual, all these things, they became so popular, they became very popular, even though they are more difficult, more complicated. They became so popular. But this meditation, just understand this one thing. If I tell somebody, every Purnima, go to Arunachala, do the Giri Pradakshina for 12 months. Oh, you are Arunachala himself, Swami, surely I will do. They go around, they don't miss even a single month. If they miss 1 month, they themselves start again from next month. And unless they finish 12 months, they don't feel satisfied. It takes 4 hours hitting each other and walking, so much of difficulty. Tell them, just sit half an hour and do Mahamantra. Sit half an hour and do Mahamantra. What they say? Very difficult, Swamiji, no time. The rituals, so complicated, so difficult, but they take it and do it. Anything definite can spread. In that they are definite. Even after coming back, nothing would have changed in them. Except a little bit of leg pain. Nothing else would have happened to them. But in Mahamantra, they are not definite. They are not sure. Some personality change may happen. They are not sure of the outcome. It's a risk. Going into meditation is risk. Going around the hill, they know they will have only little more leg pain, nothing else. They know they are in the safe place. But here, there is a risk. There is a risk. That is why people go to see the Swami in the temples. The temple Swamis became very popular because they don't speak. Because they don't change your life. They don't ask you to do something. You can do everything, all possible nonsense. Enter into temple, pay 25 rupees and tell your name, your address, your website address and your email ID, and God will prasada siddhi rastu. In the end, ashtaishwarya prasada siddhi rastu. You will have the garland and prasad and you will feel happy. But here I will ask you, what are you doing? What's your life? There comes the trouble. Here if you come again and again, either you will be forced to change your life trend because of this atmosphere, or without even your knowledge, you may be inspired by me. You may be inspired by me. Without even your awareness, you may be inspired by me. So there is a danger. Either consciously you have to change, or unconsciously you may start changing. Many people come and tell me, Swamiji, nowadays we started speaking like you. Nalladu, nalladu. We started laughing like you. We started behaving like you. Many people come and tell me, many of your behaviors are coming in me. We start speaking like you. We start using your slang. We start behaving like you. We start acting like you. That's a big danger. I am such a solid force, I may penetrate you. So anything definite is safe. The most definite thing on the planet Earth is your tomb. Graveyard. You are definite about everything in the graveyard. The more and more you start living with definition and security, the more and more you are dying. The more you die, more you live with definitions. You live with the definite realities, definite things, only when you die. That is why, if you live in a definite track in your house will have the vibration of a graveyard. Once in a while, dance in your main hall. Your ether will be purified, the ether Akasha, the Chittakasha. The space in the house will be purified. Once in a while, play some kirtan. Do a little bit dance. That place will be associated with that memories. I assure you, your bedroom is always associated with a nagging attitude. You enter into your bedroom, you will feel that sickness. You will feel that sickness. Because that is associated with that thoughts. Once in a while, shuffle the whole house. Change it. Have a small outhouse. Go and stay there. Once in a while, change. Shuffle the house. Put this furniture like this. Put that furniture like this. Don't have a clear definite. Just move this idol to that idol to this. So that your mind will not get stuck with that single attitude. And if you fight with somebody sitting on a particular sofa, next time when you sit consciously or unconsciously, the same mood will happen in you. You do not know. The same mood will happen in you. Have you seen, when you go in a car, driver will be driving, you will be sitting. Suddenly you will say, you will be sitting and thinking something. Suddenly you will say, you will start thinking something else. Suddenly you will behave. I shouldn't think this. Let me think something else. Let me think of something else. then you will be suddenly shocked the driver is seeing you. You will be just sitting, suddenly you will say, I should not do this. What is happening in you? You see something on the road which connects, which creates, which awakens some memory which you do not want to cherish. Unconsciously that memory is awakened. For example, you would have seen some furniture hoarding, advertisement of a particular furniture. The same furniture you would have seen in your enemy's house. Immediately the mind unconsciously associates that and the memory goes to your enemy. The moment you start feeling disturbed by him, you think, I shouldn't think this. Then you try to change your thought pattern. If you live with the same things, you will create a track of memory. You will have very less access to your own being. Listen here, your mind and your house is one and the same. Your being and your house is one and the same. If you don't if you don't walk throughout your house, if you don't live with your whole house, be very clear, you are not living with your whole memory. That very clearly proves you are not living with your whole memory. People ask me, how can you have access to so much of information, Swamiji? Mind-boggling. So much of information coming out with so much of quotation from Valdemar to Einstein, Buddha to Gita, Gurdjieff to Gurudwaras. So much of information. How could it? First of all, how can you store? Second thing, how are you able to access it? Even if we store, we are not able to access it. Only when some patient comes with a headache, you remember all the headache medicines. Sometimes you forget and remember the stomach pain medicine. How are we able to access? We are not able to access the memories which is there. How are you able to remember? Yesterday suddenly the fox story came. Surely I have also not read that story after the first standard. After the first standard, I have also not read that story. From where? Suddenly the story appears. Clear access to the memories which is created at the age of 4 and 5. How is this possible? How is this possible? How can this happen? Because I don't live on a particular track. I have no emotional attachment to a particular memory.